Welcome to the Explore Real Estate Show. I am James Boslaw, your Fredericksburg area realtor and vacation rental investor. And this show is all about real estate in the Fredericksburg area, the Fawn Lake Community, and the vacation rental space. I help people buy and sell homes because I believe that everyone should grow their wealth as they live in or own a home that they love. I also believe that you should feel confident when you are buying or selling a home, and confidence comes when you are well educated and informed, and that's what this show is all about. Enjoy the show. Hey everybody, welcome to the Explore Real Estate Show, where in today's episode, we're going to go over the real estate statistics for the Fawn Lake community in April of 2025. Now, I first have to apologize before we get started. My voice is definitely a little bit more hoarse than normal, courtesy of coaching some soccer tournaments the last few weekends and cheering my team on. So excuse me for the voice that's a little bit more hoarse than normal, but that's okay. I'm going to muscle my way through these episodes so I can get this information out to you. I also want to apologize. I'm getting this out later than normal. It's just been a very, very busy season, as you can imagine. Real estate is definitely active right now. I'm helping a lot of sellers, a lot of buyers, and it's just been a great season for our brokerage at Rockwise Realty. So I do apologize, not just for the hoarse voice, but also for getting this information out later than normal. But it is better to be later than never. And I look forward to jumping into this information so that you can be aware of what's going on in the Fawn Lake community. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the year-to-date stats. And as we take a look at the year-to-date stats in the Fawn Lake community, we'll see the overall sold dollar volume is down by about 6%. So there's just less overall sold dollar volume in the Fawn Lake community, but it's only by 6%. So pretty close to how it was last year, year to date, January through April. We also are going to next take a look at the average sold price, which we can see is down 15% year to date this year compared to last year. Now, this is significant. We are seeing month after month that the sales prices, the average sold price of homes is lower than it was last year. So that signals that there is a shift. This is not a fluke. It's not a 1 month thing. It's been several months. And even as we look at year to date, we're looking at January through April, all of the homes sold this year in those 4 months, comparing it to the 4 months sold of last year. And we're down by about 15% on the average sold price. And this is significant, and we'll dive into that later in the episode. The median sold price is down by about 3% from last year, year to date. So average sales price is down 15%. The median sold price is down by about 3%. As far as units sold, we actually have more sales, just slightly more sales this year, year to date, than we did last year. January through April, we have 18 homes that have sold this year, whereas in last year, January through April, there were only 16 homes that sold. So a little bit more movement this year, not much, but just a little bit more movement. As far as the average days on market, we're actually seeing that the average days on market is actually going down this year. It's still taking about a month to get a house under contract after it's listed in the Fawn Lake community. Now, those were year-to-date stats, taking a look at January through April of this year and comparing it to January of April of last year. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to look at the month of April, and we are going to compare April of this year to April of last year. And we do so, the overall sold dollar volume is down even more by about 45%. The average sold price is down about 22%, and the median sold price is down about 8%. So once again, this is signaling a significant shift in the values of the Fawn Lake community. Sales prices are indeed coming down. If you're a homeowner, you don't want to hear this. I understand that. But this is the reality of where we're at right now, that sales prices in the Fawn Lake community, once they are sold and we look at those prices compared to last year's April or even year to date, both indicate that the values are going down. As far as units sold, this April we had 5 homes sold, whereas in last April there were 7. And the average days on market is, once again, it's coming down to about 40 days if you just look at April and compare it to last year where it took longer to sell. As far as the overall month's supply in the Fawn Lake community, the months of supply in April of 2025 of this year is 3.8 months. So we're just under 4 months for our supply, whereas in the 5-year average in the Fawn Lake community in the month of April is 4.7 months. So even though we are starting to see some signals that the inventory is increasing here in the Fawn Lake community, we still aren't quite at the type of inventory that we have seen over the 5-year average as we look at April. So what does this all mean? If I were to break this all down to you, it means if you're an owner of a home in the Fawn Lake community, your house has lost a little bit of value this year compared to last year. It's nothing overly significant, and that this could easily turn around and change. But as of right now, the reality is your home is not worth as much as it was this time last year. Now, what does this mean if you're a buyer? It means there's an opportunity for you to find that home that you want to move into in this community, and hopefully get it for a lower price than you could a year ago. And so that does provide opportunity. If you are a buyer, you might have a little bit more leverage now than you did even a year or so ago. And so that does create opportunity if you're looking to move in to this into the Fawn Lake community. So with that being said, we are going to watch these statistics very closely. We're not seeing too much change on the interest rates. They're hovering at about 6.8% right now, just under 7%, and they can go up or down depending on what takes place in the markets over the next few months. But we don't anticipate any quick changes. What we do anticipate is just a slight shift that is more in the buyer's favor as we approach the months to come. And so if you're a seller, that might mean that you have to recalibrate your expectations and let the market kind of show you that, hey, things are changing. The sky has not fallen, but unfortunately, sales prices have come down, and that does provide more leverage for the buyer. So buyers, if you're looking to move in this community, now's the time. Make sure you contact me. I'd be happy to answer any of your questions and get you into this great community, and hopefully for a home that you love and at a great price. That is all we have for this episode. I look forward to sharing more stats and details with you as we look forward to the coming months. And we're going to be watching things closely to see where they trend, if they trend in the buyer's direction more and more, or if we see a little bit of a spike back up towards values coming up higher again. So next month's data is going to be very interesting to track, and there are more homes that will have sold in the month of May that we will take a good look at, and that will tell us a lot about the direction that things are going in. So stay tuned, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode.